ready for that action. So I'm just so you know, Don is super feisty today. So I might throw a chair at him. We'll see how that goes.
Or this show might end up out in the alley with him and I going at it.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah. Yeah, but we're talk to him. Talk to your people. Do whatever you gotta do.
No, he's got to do his phone thing.
Oh, see, he's got to do all those special things. All special things.
All right, everybody.
All right, you ready?
How's everybody doing?
Turn the volume up. This is the 754th show. So.
Actually, this is 56.
Is it really?
Yeah. 56.
Okay. All right, you ready to try this?
Let's do it.
I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
And we're talking real estate. All right, Don. So you had an attitude all day today. So just know that I am not going to put up with it. I'm going to bitch slap you across this room if I have to.
It's going to be a throwdown.
It might be rough here.
It's going to be a throwdown.
Listen, Mel is over here. She's got a referee, black and white stripes on. She'll rep this out because it might get crazy here today. It might be crazy here today. So at the very first thing, I would love to talk to the Stat Girls. The Stat Girl here today?
The Stat Girl's here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get you an update from Stat Girl. Ready?
Actually, Data Lady.
Data Lady. Very nice. Very nice.
What do you prefer?
I don't care.
Okay.
I think the Data Lady. A
Data
lot of
Lady's
people.
very nice. Very
A lot
nice.
of people have been talking to me about that. So
Well, Krista, what do you got for us?
I got some good ones today.
Let's hear it.
We just closed out February.
Okay.
So we got some good stats from there. What do you guys think? February 2021 versus 2020. Better or worse?
Hang on.
So what are we talking? Are we talking about listings or solds or pendings?
We got all the above. Let's start with new listings taken.
So, Krista, let's start with easy. Says I'm going to kick Don's ass in this, just so you know. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to use this highly powered mind to get it figured out.
All right. Let's start with new listings taken in February.
New listings. Year over year?
Yes.
I'm going to say less.
Less.
You guys are correct.
Very nice. So, listen.
So, wait. The percentage or number less year over year.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
No, nobody cares.
It's a big deal.
Absolutely not. She's got
deal.
so much to get through nose.
Come on,
see, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's going to be all
I'm
night.
going to say it's down 20% year over year. What do you say?
33%.
I didn't do a percentage for this one.
Hey, you're going to look bad. Nice job.
Sorry.
Jeez. Hey, just so you know, Data Lady, Steve
yeah,
Kreitz wanted to say hello. He just wanted to make sure that you saw him out there. He's a big fan
Hi.
of the show. So you're a celebrity now, Data Lady. You're a celebrity.
Okay, so what was your percentages? What did you guys say?
I say 20%.
I say 33, 1/3.
It's 35.
Whoa!
Yeah. Wait. Hang on a sec. Go ahead. It's right there. It's right there. Go ahead. Right there. How you like me now? How you like me now? I told you, ladies and gentlemen. We got fish behind us. It's going to get crazy tonight. It's going to get off the hook.
Crazy.
It already is.
Yes, it is. What else you got for us, Data Lady?
All right. Newly pended in February 2021 versus 2020. What you guys think?
Higher.
I'll say higher too.
It's lower.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I listen to you. That's exactly what happens.
Not by much. Last year
much?
we had 227, and this year we had 220.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No, not by much.
Okay. All right, Krista, give us one more big one.
I got two more.
Woo-hoo! Now we're talking.
Okay, closed units in February 2020 versus 2021. I'm stumping you guys today.
I'm gonna say it's lower.
Don?
Higher.
Don is correct. We are.
Listen, that was your whole dream to beat me one time. That was your whole dream right there.
All right, we're even.
We are
up
11% this year over last year for closed units in February.
Okay.
Okay, now closed volume. 2020 versus 2021.
Higher, of course.
I'll say higher too.
It is higher. 16% higher.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. That's a pretty good number. That's good. Yeah. I mean, if you just take into consideration the appreciation from last year to this year.
Yep, absolutely.
That's how I think. I don't know how he thinks.
I'm telling you what. So real quick, Krista, we want to say some hi to some fans. We got Steve Kreitz in the house, Kathy Cordy as always. We got the Facebook user, also known as Unknown. We got all kinds of people checking us out today. So it's good stuff. So, Krista, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If you had to look at the two of us and decide who knew more about the market, he or I, what would you say?
I plead the fifth.
Good one. I was wondering what you would say on that. Good
I
one.
plead the fifth.
All right, young lady. Listen, you always give us the good market information.
Absolutely.
It's craziness. Things are going crazy out there as always. Give us a sign off. We want to see it.
Hey, thanks for being on tonight.
Of course.
You're
I love
happy that you're here, that you're going to be on. So thank you. I didn't get to reach out to you earlier, and so
You're in my calendar.
You.
Month.
you know exactly. You know you're on second week of the month.
No, I'm on.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Good job.
Well, thank you guys. I'm Krista with the stats.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Bye. Have a good night.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen,
That segment there was awesome.
it is awesome. It is.
Better.
It just tells you what the market looks like.
Yeah,
Tells you what the market looks like.
Yeah, so it's good.
And
It's a cool thing.
Don gets lucky every once in a while with guessing the right answer. Every once in a while.
I usually get at least one or two right. You get one or two wrong.
Someday, Don. Someday. Okay. We have another special guest. It's a fixture on the show because almost every home, not everyone, but almost every home has to have a mortgage. Our favorite mortgage guy, Academy Mortgage's own, Mike McLaughlin. Ah!
Hey guys, how's it going?
How in the heck are you?
Good, Mike. How's it
I'm
going?
doing great. Scott's burning the candle at both ends. An hour ago, he was showing houses just to show off.
Yes, I was. I almost forgot. You reminded me. He's like, don't you have a show to do? I was like, let's go.
Haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Michael, so what's going on down in your hood? Tell me about the mortgage world.
Well, rates have stabilized this week. They were pretty turbulent there. And we saw some losses there off of the all-time lows that we were sitting at. But we're still in comfortable territory, and they have stabilized. And the bond sales, the Fed sales of mortgage bonds have been a little bit better received than they had been for the last couple weeks. And looks like, if you keep your eye on the stock market, it's doing well. Bonds have kind of leveled off, which is like what I said, helps us on mortgage rates. So we're feeling pretty comfortable where we are right now with bonds and with the goal of the Federal Reserve Chair to keep rates low for at least the next couple of years.
Right, so Mike, let's get into this. Between Don and I, we talk about this every once in a while too. Is that so? Their big prediction was going to be rates are going to stay low for a year or 2 years, right? And again, I'm not snuffing at where they're at, but from January 1 till now, what's the change been?
I don't know. I guess if I had to pick a number, I would say it's close to about 0.5%.
Okay.
That's about the movement, and it's not consistent. Some rates are different, like some terms are different, some products are different. So we've actually seen less movement in, say, FHA rates than we have in conventional rates, different bonds. So, and at the most 0.5%, at the least very little when it comes to some FHA programs and loan terms. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, just put that in context. 0.5% from beginning of year to now. $100,000 mortgage, difference in price, difference in payment, and $200,000. Just to give people an idea of how much that difference is, how much of an increase 0.5% does at $100,000 mortgage.
Sure. Let's see. 435, and if we took it to 2.75. $27 per month on a $100,000 mortgage. The difference in a
27.
Right. Okay. So that makes more sense to people, but nuts and bolts, right? $27. Right.
Just double it for 200,000. So $54 for 200,000.
Wait, hold on a second. Don just said five lattes.
5 lattes for the month.
As he drinks with his little pinky finger up and stuff like that, right?
If you go to Starbucks, then yes, it'll be 5 lattes.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that's all it is. Just quit drinking one a week and you're got it covered.
I'm telling you, coffee fanatics. I'm telling you.
One and a
Well, in
quarter.
the past, I would say it just gives you a higher tax deduction, but who can possibly get above the standard deduction these days? No one can.
Yeah.
So, Michael, give us one more little tidbit from the mortgage world. What else you got for us?
If you want to improve your credit score, keep your credit cards, which we call revolving accounts, keep those balances to less than 30% of the maximum limit that your creditor has given you. If you have a $1,000 credit card from CB&A, always keep that balance less than $300 at all times.
Wow, that's awesome. And keep a balance on it the entire time.
Yeah, once your credit is really good and established, I don't think there's a problem with paying the entire balance off every month. But if you're in the building mode, if you're building up your credit, try to leave $10 or $20 on that card every month. Nothing, you're only paying interest on what you're leaving on it anyway. So just carry over a very small balance, and as you're building your credit, that will help you a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what people need to hear. Those are things that people like. It's mystifying. The credit world is mystifying to everybody, including me.
It's not so bad, but just keep everything paid on time and keep those balances low, and you're going to be doing just fine. We try to bring you some nuggets of knowledge so that you can increase your, the difference between being pre-approved to buy FHA and conventional could be the difference between you being able to purchase the house and not purchase the house. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are little quirks that people need to know about.
I heard you guys talking about coffee. I wanted to bring Mike a drink with this new coffee mug that I don't know if you guys can see it. Coffee is for closers.
Coffee is for closers. Right? I love it.
Nice.
You guys are all
Melissa, how are you?
I'm doing well, Mr. Bergeron. How are you?
I'm fantastic. We're so glad to see you. Every time you bring that smiling face in, I feel better about life.
Hey, you guys are always doing good things. You guys are always keeping us informed and always doing great things. And I just can't stay away from all the goodness that you guys share. So it's pretty awesome.
That's very nice. I like you that.
But you guys help bring it. Mike helps bring it. He's part of the group and
absolutely
are part of the team. So it's all good.
Yeah. Well, you guys are doing great things. So you guys just keep it up, and the weather's changing. Things are going to be moving and shaking for everybody, hopefully. And
definitely that spring buying fever is definitely there.
Yeah. And to answer Kathy's question, Kathy Cordy, rates are anywhere from say 2.75 if you're down in the FHA kind of rates like we were talking about that they stay low. Conventional rates you're talking about in the low to mid threes, like in the 3.25 range.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just and those are obviously very general, speculative rates based upon, we didn't look at any specific scenarios, but that's just a generalization.
Well, so Mike, and this is the last thing we'll probably close with is you're great for, and that's how I talked to you on the phone about an hour ago. If you hand the phone to the client, go, here, call Mike, and here's my property. Here's what I want to pay it to be. What do I got to do? And you come up with that stuff. I'm so glad you do it because if I did it, it would be like using an abacus and chalk on a wall and stuff like that. That's what it would turn out to be.
Well, Scott, I set up with the initial consult, with the initial pre-approval, I get everything set up in the file. I don't take any shortcuts. I have everything ready to go just so when put in that position, I can just hop in, change the sales price, change the taxes, and have a number I can work with right away.
So I say this a lot about you, Michael, whenever I refer you to people and tell you people about you. I say this, the guy sees the problems before they start and make sure they're not a problem. You know how many guys don't do that? Tons. Especially
you got that. And ladies, you find yourself a guy like this guy to marry because he sees the problems. He's got such foresight. He keeps everything in order for me, which you're right. He sees the problems before they even happen. A funny story, I think it was one of Mike's high school teachers. I didn't know him at the time. Maybe you do, Scott, because you guys went to high school together. One of his high school teachers called him Future because Mike would always ask a question about elementary? Okay.
Sixth grade.
Called him Future because he'd always ask questions about like what was happening next in class. It's like, all right, Future, let's just take care of what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Like that. But he does. He's so organized. Look at Scott. He's got these clipboards here. You'd think that his wife is a teacher or something. He's got like everything like alphabet.
Yes, you would.
He got his sticky notes. He's got color coded sticky notes here. This guy, he's on He's on my plan. He's awesome. This guy.
Listen,
He's so
if you didn't
funny, I
marry
love
him,
it.
if you had to marry him, maybe I would. I don't know.
I'm glad I snatched him up.
How's your luck?
17
Because he cooks
18
well
years ago?
too. So he cooks well too. So don't kid yourself.
Oh, you got
All right, you wonderful McLaughlins. We're so glad to see you. Thanks for the nuggets, Melissa. It's always good to talk to you.
Great to see you guys. You guys have a great,
You have a
great
good
night. Don.
You good, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you guys.
Yep.
All right, so
Always so good to talk to them.
Yeah.
It's so funny because Mike brings the information, but she brings the sass and pizzazz. It's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah,
I love that.
My wife was telling me she likes seeing Melissa come on and talk, and that the family type of environment that he cooks, and
Yeah.
she thought they were
So the only
awesome.
other good thing is that Mel popped her head every once in a while and she talked to the audience too. I mean, because because we got all kinds of our own sass sitting right next to me here. So just so you know. All right,
so we're halfway through the show right now. So I say we do one of the topics.
Yeah. So I want to
then
do
we'll get to
the buy side one. I really do.
Okay. All right.
So guys, we're going to change it a little bit because this is coming up all the time. I actually had a client, and Don and Melissa will back me up on this, that I was talking to here right before the show, because this stuff, the state of the market, you can't say enough what you got to do to buy a house these days.
And that's the whole biggest thing about all this is that we could talk about what the sellers have to do to get their home ready. They don't have to do a whole lot right now.
Right, it's not very
The buyers
impactful.
have to do all the work.
Yeah.
For the most part to get the house. And there's so much demand and so much competition out there. You got to really put it together right to try to make it work so you can get the house. And of course, we're going to talk about getting your offer accepted.
Yeah.
And one thing we didn't put on there, number one, is when you look at the house, is talk the agent to agent. You need to talk to that agent and see what's important to them about an offer, what's important to the seller, and you can use that in your offer and explain it to the agent, to the purchaser you're representing. So I forgot about putting it on.
That's okay. So I'll tell you this, Don, and this is not a toot of the horn kind of thing, but I was at closing yesterday, and the agent, the seller, the listing agent, told my buyers, said if he hadn't structured the offer the way that he did, you would not have got this house.
Yeah. And
they were very happy about it and excited because they're young guys. So
what was the one thing that was important to the seller?
Right. Well, there's a lot of things, and we're going to talk about 3 of them today.
Okay.
The 5 of the things that we got listed, 3 of them we did.
Okay. So
And guys, these are like basic. Think of it like this: these are basic road rules to buying a house these days. Okay.
in this market right
Right. I don't care if your parents bought it 20 years ago and they give you advice. I don't care if you bought one 4 years ago. The market is very different right now, and these are almost ironclad rules for the most part.
Yeah.
Very like 1 time out of 10 do you not have to do these things.
Yeah.
So I'll start off. We already talked about talking to the agent.
Yeah.
The first thing is price. Okay. Every house, unless it's beat to holy hell, is going 5 to 45 over. Okay. Let me say that again. $5,000 to $45,000 over the list price. Okay. So you're not coming in, most people, not everybody, but most people aren't coming in going, well, I may get 10 under. It's not,
You're not getting that house.
you're not in reality right now. You're just not in reality right now. So that's the first thing. That 5 to 45 over, maybe 50 over.
And even in the fact that we're going to give you a market analysis of what the homes are selling for in the area in the last 3 to 6 months, then that it's listed at what it's going to take to get that house. That doesn't even matter really in this market right now. The goal is to get the house first, and then hopefully everything will work out in that direction. And the biggest thing, of course, is the appraisal.
Right. So here's the second part of this. That even isn't as big a decider of what the house is worth anymore either. Let me put it this way to you. So what happens now, typically, the second thing that listing agents look for is called appraisal gap coverage. Okay, the house that closed yesterday, the one that closed on Monday, both of them came with appraisal gap coverage. Because what the seller wants is to just keep moving. They want the appraisal to come in at whatever it comes in at, and then you're covering the difference because your offer is your offer. They want guaranteed money, basically.
Just so we can explain what this means is that the appraisal comes in at a certain number. Let's say you've
use simple numbers
to 100,000. Let's say the sale's to 100,000.
Yep.
The appraisal came in at 95. You have to make up that difference of $5,000. So you have to take additional $5,000 out of your pocket to make up the difference between the 95 and 100,000 to make the sale price work.
Right. So, but it's a condition you write in, guys. We're not saying it's automatically part of your contract, like your base contract. You write that in. Okay. So that goes in. Every purchase agreement I got does that, and then does this third one at the very least. Okay. Sellers don't want to rush. They want to feel comfortable. So typically, you offer them free occupancy in the house after you close. Okay, typically. Okay, that's called sweetening the deal. Like,
Right.
we're going to give you free occupancy, so you don't have to rush to accept our offer. So those are my big three, Don. So over list by up to 5 to 45, appraisal gap coverage, and free occupancy. Those are my big three to start off with.
And just to be clear, the free occupancy means that you're making when you own it home and you close on it, you're going to start making a payment the next day. So it's an additional money that you're paying towards getting that house. So
think about this for a minute.
Free.
But your next payment's probably 30 days past, 30 days forward. So.
Yeah, but because you're paying in past 30 days, but you're still paying for it.
Yeah, so, agreed.
The whole point is, you want to get the house, and these are the things you have to do, but you have to be aware of exactly what that means is what's going on. So that's all.
Yeah.
Bringing it out.
So those are three. And again, guys, Don is very correct in what's reality. Do you want the house this bad and what it's worth are two different things now.
Right.
They really are.
Right.
So what give me number 4?
So number 4 is a shorter private inspection period. Sometimes the agents will have on there 10 days or 7 days. If you can shorten it to 2 days, it's easier for the seller to accept, as long as you have those other things, accept it, because they know their house will be it will be off the market for a shorter period of time before they know they're on to the next step.
Yeah.
And sometimes things show up with houses. Yesterday I was on a private inspection, and the buyer's not buying a house because it needs major work, and there's some.
And that's what that's a protected. I think I have one investor that doesn't get private inspections. That's it.
Right.
Because you can't, if you don't do it, if you do this only once in a while, you got to have somebody look at the house and knows what they're looking at.
Absolutely. And we're not ever saying waive the inspection at all. Do the inspection, but just shorten the time frame.
Yeah. So that was a 24-hour turnaround, right?
Yeah.
It was within 24 hours of getting accepted. So that seller moved on quickly, right?
Right. It's back on the market already.
And the last one of the 5 that I use a lot is a personal letter. I call it pulling on the heartstrings a little bit, because you want them to know you as so-and-so, as Don Lawrence. Okay. You don't want to know as buyer number 5. Okay. You want to be known as Sweet Mel. You don't want to be known as offer number 10. Okay. I'm telling you, I work with a newer agent. I kind of was walking her through some things. She had 11 or 12 or 13 offers on a house. So it's everywhere. It's not just kind of sort of, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So let me recap this. Sales over list price 5 to 45. Appraisal guarantee anywhere from 5. I've seen 30, 35. Okay. Free occupancy, 30 days typically, right? Shorter private inspection window, and then personal letter. Those 5 things.
Yep.
I mean, guys, we say this so many times because what happens is newer people come to the market and they just go, they'll get advice from different people, and those aren't people that are used to this specific market where we're in. Okay. They're used to 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago when they bought a house. That's not the market we're in now.
Right. Absolutely.
So if you want to own a home and buy a new house, these are the things you got to do.
These are the things that it's going to take to give you at least a chance to get the house.
So a couple of things. I want to do a quick click here real quick because I want to do this. So let's see, where is it at? Hang on one second. Where is it? So real quick, so Chris Wojcinski says, hi, Sassy Mel. So we want to make sure that we get Mel a little shout out there. Shelly Gambino's in the house. Good to see you, young lady. Got all kinds of different people watching today. So we always want to be cognizant and aware of you guys. So if you have questions as we're going through this, pop up and let us know. Okay. So Don, let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about the weird things that realtors see. Okay. The weird stuff. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Every one of those 5 tips were for us. Yes, so that's got to be Wilkowitz, Kathy and Tom Wilkowitz. Absolutely. You're very welcome, guys. You're very welcome. We love you guys, and we're so glad they're closing on next week at their house. Yeah. You want to talk about a house that fits people? It's like they walked in and they loved it, and then the whole family came over and they were like playing hide and go seek. It was awesome. Those are the things that make you feel good about this job.
Yeah,
they do. I like the money from it, but having people find the right one for them that fits them right is so cool. It's such a cool thing. I can't explain it. I mean, you try to tell people how that feels. It's hard.
Right. It is.
You know,
I think that's what keeps us going.
Yeah.
And it's not always like that, but
no, there's parts that suck. There's things that stink. You know, but that's a good feel. That's the
thing that keeps you coming back, waking up the next day, doing it again, and helping and doing the best you can.
Yeah. So, guys, all week Don and I have been plugging. I've been plugging on we're going to talk about listing side, but seller side, but we just had to get that out there.
Yeah.
Because just people don't know.
Yeah. It's
They
just
just
crazy
don't.
right now. And we foresee, and we talked about this, I think, last week,
Mhm.
that more homes would be coming on the market in April, May, and June. So, but we're not there yet. And if you're in the market right now to purchase, it's frustrating. It can be frustrating. So
Yeah.
we're trying to help ease the frustration and
By getting that out front.
yeah, exactly. Getting out front and giving you as much ammunition as we can to get you that.
Absolutely. So the next thing I want to talk about is things realtors see is starting to take on a mind of its own. It really is. So
I love it.
people are sending me stuff now. I got a couple like oh my, people just like, I'll see a Facebook message, Scott Bergeron, look at this. And there's it's like a phenomenon now. All the crazy weird stuff.
Which is cool. I get private messages from people.
It's pretty cool. So we have four. Guys, we're going to do it a little different today. We have four, and we'd love you to vote on which one you think is the craziest, and we'll go through them a little bit. Mel, if you would pop those up there for us. All right, so you got four different things. Okay, you got four different items. One is a diagram, like a paint job, like a geometric paint job. I walked into that room today, Don. I went like this. I swear to God, I walked in, whoa, like that. I almost fell backwards.
It's like painter's tape.
It is. It's bright blue and bright pink. That is number one. Okay.
Can we blow that up some?
I don't know if we can. I don't know if that's possible.
Can you do this one right here?
That's a little better. There we go. That's a little better. The second one is one we post. I posted. I don't know if you did the one with the liquor cabinet.
The liquor cabinet. Yeah, that one gets a lot of action. That's a very that is by far my favorite one because I like bourbon and there's some really good bourbon on there. There's some Blanton's on there. That's it's like $100 for a bottle or something like that.
So yeah. So if you're looking at number two, number two is.
Oh, can't see it. What?
Huh? I don't know. Should be able to see it now, hopefully. Number two is supposed to be a pantry.
Is there any, are they all?
Yeah, they're all collage.
Collage.
Yeah, it's a collage. Yeah, it's a collage. Yeah. Right. So number two is a pantry supposed to be, but it's all booze almost, except for a couple of overripe bananas. So that's number two. Okay. Number three, I saw yesterday with an investor. The house didn't have a furnace. It didn't have a boiler. It had two of these space heaters hooked to some gas lines. That's what it had.
Oh my
In the listing, it even said that. It even said that in the listing. Heated by space heaters. I'm like, are you kidding? So that's number three. Okay. Number four, I got my good friend Dave Cox. Look at those steps.
Yeah, are they like
they're like this? They're like I don't know. Like who would walk up those steps? That's creative, Aunt Chris, but definitely crazy too. So let's recap. Now let's get a vote from the people. Everybody gets a vote. Number one is geometric crazy paint. Number two is liquor cabinet pantry. Number three is space heater to heat your house. And number four is crazy steps to the bungalow. So which one do you like, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat? Put 1, 2, 3, or 4. We would love your vote. We know Steve Kreitz is already going number two. Steve Kreitz already at number two. So which one do you guys choose?
All day, every day.
Number one, the crazy paint job. 2, the liquor cabinet pantry. 3, space heater, heat my house. Or crazy steps, number 4. Which one do you do? Use the numbers so we can make it easy if you wouldn't mind. Use the numbers for us. Number 2.
Another number 2. Number 2. Another number 2.
Number 2's coming in. So number 2 is, again, the pantry. So, again, geometric crazy colors on the paint. Pantry liquor cabinet. Space heater is number 3. And weird steps is number 4. So which one are you picking, folks? Make the choice. Throw it in the chat for us, please. Holy smoke. Somebody picked 2. Somebody picked 4.
Oh, it's crazy.
Crazy steps. Hollywood Wolfowitz. You know who that is, don't you? Yeah. I'm trying to get him to be our man on the street. We're still working on that. So he has contract disputes with us. So right now, we're still trying to work out his contract. So what do we got, Don? Number 2?
I'm going with number 2.
Ask Krista real quick. Ask Krista, see what her thing. Space heater, because winters are cold here. There you go.
Krista, you a bourbon drinker?
Krista, what do you think? Number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Krista's going number 2 too. So
what? Wait. What?
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can. Really?
They have so many bottles of Eagle Rare in that closet. You can't find that anywhere.
Eagle Rare?
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
Whole top shelf.
Yeah, oh, no kidding.
Oh, all you
blend?
fancy bourbon
Good
drinkers.
stuff.
What's that?
It's some good stuff. If you ever
Yeah.
find it,
You
you
see
gotta
the
get it.
blend? Yeah.
Krista, you realize that's a pantry, right?
I know. That I wish that was my pantry.
Storage for everything.
Whatever. It looks like storage for your
Storage.
bender. For your bender. It's bender storage.
Yours is the right thing, right, Krista?
Exactly. They were set during quarantine.
Oh, yeah. So, Don, I'm going to say, even though Tom Wilkowitz and I go with number 4, you and your crazy bourbon drinking people pick number 2. So, number 2 is the winner. Give number 2 a little, two.
So good.
See, look at that. Number 4.
Thanks, Krista.
Tom and I are still trying to fight for that number 4. I'm telling you. All right.
All right.
So, Don, a couple more things before we go real quick. If it seems like we're out on the street a lot more now, we are, right?
Yeah.
We're out in the universe. So if you would love to see Don and Scott come to your establishment and do a little shout out from your place, shoot us a text message. We'll come do a daily dose from your place because we are definitely out and about all the time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we didn't even talk about this. And I'm up for it.
that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I'm up for it. Yeah.
And then something else. We're going to start.
Oh,
What's that?
come visit me on Ford Road and do it.
Yeah,
Right.
see, there you
I
go.
was just thinking that. All right. What
Shelly Gambino says it's a party pantry. Yes, it
do
is.
you think? Next time she's on, we'll go next month.
We gotta make it. No, we gotta be secretive, though. We can't. It has to be surprised.
All right.
Krista, we're not telling you when we're coming. We're not telling.
All
you.
right.
All right.
No,
I
we're
gotta
not
be
telling you.
ready all the time now.
I'm testy. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. See, yes, you do. All right. So, something else I want to talk about too. We'll make this a live thing. Don and I have been talking about doing a buyer's boot camp. So next probably 2 weeks, we're gonna start to roll that out. So if you know anybody that's thinking about buying, just like the 5 rules that we just talked about, the 5 things you got to do, we'll probably start in April, buyer's boot camp. That's probably what we're going to do. So keep that in mind, folks.
Probably. We're not. It's not probably. We're doing.
Oh, whatever the boss says,
Right.
I do. I just go like this. Okay, whatever you want. All right.
Gotta do it.
All right. So we're going to sign off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Scott,
I'm Don.
and we're talking.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
We
Sorry.
got all here. Come on.
All right. So we're going to go 8.
Settle down.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we do it?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
I'm Krista.
I'm Melissa.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I'm Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't be like that. You got to do it the right
You
way.
threw me
All right?
off. You're-
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how it is every show for me. I got to control what's going on, make sure people aren't screwing around, stuff like that. All right, here we
And
go.
then
Let's
we
try it
say,
again.
and then we say at the end. You know what we say at the end?
Yeah, here we go. Ready? I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
I'm Krista.
I'm Mel.
And we're talking real estate. See ya.